What's going on, everyone? It's Utkarsh back with another video. And today we're diving deep into the world of Apple's latest release, the iPhone 16e. They call it the SE, but trust me, there's nothing special edition about this phone. This year, Apple's gone and shaken things up, bringing flagship features down to a more, well, affordable price point. But the big question is, at what cost? Because let's be real, with Apple, there are always trade-offs. We're talking design overhauls, that A18 chip everyone's been buzzing about, and a camera system that might just blow you away. But hold your horses, because we're also going to uncover the features Apple decided to leave on the cutting room floor, the corners they cut, and of course that price tag that's got everyone talking. So buckle up, smash that like button, and get ready for the full breakdown of the iPhone 16e, the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly whether this phone is worth your hard-earned cash, or if you should hit that skip button and run for the hills. Let's get into it. Let's kick things off with the design because honestly, this is where the iPhone SE has needed some love for years. And guys, Apple delivered. Gone are the days of those chunky bezels and that ancient home button. The iPhone 16e has finally joined the 21st century with a sleek, modern design language. We're talking a glorious 6.1-inch OLED display that stretches edge to edge, giving you a viewing experience that's immersive and, dare I say, premium. This is essentially the iPhone 13's body, but with a few clever tweaks here and there. It feels fantastic in the hand, and that larger screen real estate makes everything from browsing to gaming an absolute joy. Now, let's talk about the brains of the operation, the A18 Bionic chip. And yeah, you heard that right. The same chip that powers Apple's flagship iPhone 16 is found right here in the 16e. This means you're getting flagship-level performance at a fraction of the cost. We're talking buttery smooth scrolling, apps launching in a snap, and gaming performance that will make even the most demanding mobile gamers out there drool. But it's not just about raw power. This chip is built for the future, with a super efficient design that sips battery and ensures you'll be getting iOS updates for years to come. Let's talk camera, because this is where the iPhone 16e really steps up its game. Apple has blessed this phone with a 48-megapixel main camera sensor. That's right, the same sensor found in last year's iPhone 15 is here, and it's ready to capture some seriously impressive shots. We're talking incredible detail, vibrant colors, and low-light performance that's going to blow your mind. Plus, with that 48-megapixel resolution, you can crop in on your images without sacrificing quality. And for those who love a bit of zoom, you've got 2x optical zoom with lossless quality, making this camera a serious contender in its price range. It's 2023, and Apple has finally decided to grace the SE line with some long overdue features. First up, say goodbye to that ancient lightning port because the iPhone 16e is rocking USB-C. That means faster charging, faster data transfer speeds, and finally, you can use the same charger for your iPad, MacBook, and now your iPhone. And that's not all. For the first time ever, an iPhone SE model gets Face ID. That's right, no more fumbling with a fingerprint sensor. Just look at your phone and it unlocks instantly. It's secure, it's convenient, and it's about time. Okay, time to address the elephant in the room, or rather, the missing feature on the back of the phone. For some reason, Apple decided to ditch MagSafe on the iPhone 16e. I know, it's a head-scratcher. This means no snapping on your favorite MagSafe wallet, no super-fast wireless charging speeds, and you miss out on that whole ecosystem of MagSafe accessories that Apple's been building up. It's a bizarre omission, especially considering this phone is clearly aimed at those who want a taste of that flagship experience. Speaking of missing features, remember that gorgeous modern design we talked about earlier? Well, there's one glaring reminder of the past staring you right in the face, the notch. That's right. While the flagship iPhone 16 models got the sleek and functional dynamic island, the 16e is stuck with the same old notch we've seen for years. It's not a deal breaker, but it feels like a missed opportunity. The dynamic island adds a whole new level of interactivity and functionality, and its absence here makes the 16e feel a tad bit dated right out of the gate. Now let's circle back to that impressive 48-megapixel camera because there's a catch. It's the only lens you get. That's right, no ultra-wide lens for those sweeping landscapes or group shots, and no dedicated macro lens for getting up close and personal with the tiny details. It's a shame because a lot of phones in this price range are packing in multiple rear cameras, giving you more versatility and creative options. Don't get me wrong, that 48-megapixel sensor is capable of some amazing things, but it would have been nice to see Apple push the boundaries a bit further here. Alright, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the price. The iPhone 16e comes in at a cool $599. Now I know what you're thinking, that's not exactly cheap, especially for an affordable iPhone. And you'd be right. This is a significant price jump from previous SE models, and it puts the 16e dangerously close in price to some very compelling Android competitors, not to mention the fact that you could snag a used iPhone 13 for around the same price and get a more well-rounded experience. And it gets even more interesting, or should I say frustrating, when you look at the storage options. Apple has decided to ditch the 64GB base model altogether, meaning the only option you get is the 128GB variant. Now for some of you that might not be a big deal. But for others who don't need that much storage, it feels like Apple is forcing you to pay a premium for something you might not even use. It's a classic Apple move, but that doesn't make it any less annoying. Hold on to your hats, folks, because this next one is a doozy. Remember that A18 chip we talked about earlier? The one that's supposed to bring flagship-level performance to the masses? Well, it turns out there's a catch. Apple has underclocked the A18 chip in the iPhone 16e, and to add insult to injury, they've also reduced the core count from a 5-core powerhouse down to just 4 cores. This means that while the 16e technically has the same chip as its more expensive sibling, it won't be able to reach its full potential. So there you have it, the iPhone 16e in all its glory. It's a phone that's bursting with potential, with a stunning new design, a powerful, albeit underclocked processor, and a camera that's capable of capturing some truly remarkable shots. But it's also a phone that's riddled with compromises. From the missing MagSafe and dynamic island, to the single camera lens and that hefty price tag, the 16e feels like a phone that's trying to find its place in a crowded market. So, should you buy the iPhone 16e? If you're upgrading from an old SE or iPhone 8, it's a huge leap. But if you already have an iPhone 12 or newer, these compromises, especially the price and the A18 core reduction, might make you think twice. Let us know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button and subscribe for more in-depth tech reviews.